Hi friends, Pastor Bill Full here. I'm at the Flying Squirrel Ledge on the Ridges Trail in the Bennett's Pond area. And I'm here just about sunset. It reminds me of a story. It was the Sabbath day and Jesus was in worship. And in the middle of worship there was some interruptions and he healed a man. And then after services, he went across the street to Simon Peter's mother-in-law who had a fever, and he healed her. And then as word spread about his being in Capernaum, people who had diseases, who had need of deliverance from unclean spirits came from all over the place to see him and to be ministered to by him. And it says that all came and that he was healing, but the text says that many were healed, not all. And what I interpret that to mean is it was late into the night and there was still a line. And eventually Peter went out, maybe some of the other disciples went out and said, Jesus is going to stop for the night. Come back in the morning and we'll continue to carry on this healing ministry and you'll be cared for. And so they did. And the next morning, before sunrise, Jesus was up. And he went out to a lonely place, maybe a place like this, and he prayed. And the disciples woke up and they were panicked. They knew other people would be coming and looking for Jesus, and they couldn't find him. And so they went hunting for him. And they found him and they said, everybody's looking for you. Where'd you go? We need to get back and get back with the ministry, this great work that God is doing. And Jesus said, we must go to the other towns also, so that I can preach there, for that is why that I came. Now, Jesus does go back to Capernaum, and he does care for the people that are there. But this text reminds me that sometimes we can be overwhelmed by the urgent calls around us. These are necessary and needful things, but they may not be the only purpose that God has in store for us. So sometimes we need Sabbath time. We need time in a lonely place. Time when we can get in touch with not only what's urgent, but what's important. Right now, there are so many stresses that are impacting our lives between this COVID virus and recently loss of electricity, issues of social justice, and what's going on with the economy and the starting of schools and how to all manage all of those things. And I hope that you will follow some of the church's teachings and guidance to find some quiet time with God, to listen so that you might not just hear the urgent cries, but also what is really important, what God's call for you is. I'm praying for you, and I hope you're praying for me as we seek to be faithful and live out the love that God calls us to in the ways that allow us to be most fully an expression of God's light. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you. Amen.